it's not raining, outside in the quad, I need all the candidates. We're going to do a question and answer session. If it is raining, we'll take it in here. Okay, so if you, during the speeches, come up with any questions you have for the candidates, you can ask them tomorrow at lunch. On Friday, C-Day, you're not going to have break. You're going to go to your class meeting areas, and you're just going to have, you're just going to be voting on the student rep for the board position. And then on Monday, D-Day, you are not going to have PATH. On Monday, D-Day, you are going to go to your student, your class meeting areas, and we're going to have the general election. Okay, so actual voting is going to take place on Monday, D-Day, during PATH. You go to your class meeting area. On Friday, C-Day, again, you go to your class meeting area. We're not going to have break, and you're just going to be voting on the student rep for the board position. And again, tomorrow at lunch, candidates, you need to be, if it's raining, in here. If it's not raining, out in the quad, and we're going to have a question and answer. Speeches, you get 2 minutes. After 30 seconds, Brianna, who is our timer, she'll put up your hand so you know you have 30 seconds remaining. Okay? So after a minute and 30 seconds, she'll warn you you have 30 seconds remaining. When you have 10 seconds remaining, she'll put her hand up and she'll give you the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time up. Okay? And if you finish before your 2 minutes, that is fine. So we have one candidate who is not here today. It is Josh, so he has sent us his speech. So we're going to start. We are going to start with the candidates for student rep for the board. Please give all the candidates your fullest attention.
Wait, do you stop it before the 50 seconds is up?
Well, I think it's only two. Oh, is it 2 minutes and 50 seconds? Oh, Josh, we're going to stop it at
Board of Trustees. As you are watching this, I am competing with the top 100 tennis players in the United States in the Spring National Tennis Tournament known as the...
Huh? Wait, oh, right here?
Student representative to the Board of Trustees. As you are watching this, I am competing with the top 100 in the Spring National Tennis Tournament known as the Easter Bowl in Palm Desert, California. So basically, while you're all freezing up there, I'm getting a nice... I'm sorry that I couldn't be there in person, but our modern technology allows me to be speaking to you as I'm playing. I'm not going to say that I'll create 2 million jobs, or withdraw our troops from Afghanistan, or ban contraception, but I will tell you my qualifications for student representative to the Board of Trustees. There are 3 reasons why I think I would be best for this position. Number 1, leadership. I have been president of the 10th grade. I've been president of the 9th grade. And I think I have an outstanding record demonstrated by the amount of money our class has made, the success of our events and dances, but most importantly, the enthusiasm of our class. Number 2, representation. I have experience in representing my classmates and York as a whole, which is really a critical role of the position of student representative to the Board of Trustees. One of the things I think I have done best in this position is representing my class and their interests. I think I'm a good bridge between the upperclassmen and the underclassmen. I'm right in the middle. This will help me give the trustees a perspective on the entire York spectrum. Sometimes I actually get confused for an 8th grader. That's a different story. I also interact well with adults. You need not worry.
morning. My name is Tuan Pham, and I'm running for student representative to the Board of Trustees. There are 3 reasons why you should elect me for student representative. Firstly, because I've been at York since the 8th grade, I can accurately represent the entire student body to the board. 2, my involvement in many activities at York enables me to show the different interests of York students to the board. 3, I possess the requisite traits and skills of a great representative. My 4 years at York, from 8th grade to junior year, has given me the opportunity to experience the school from the different perspectives of each grade, so I can faithfully bring the different viewpoints of all students to the board. My familiarity with York makes me a great candidate for student representative, as I've had the time to form the strong relationships with members of the York community, an important aspect of being representative. In addition to my 4 years at York, I'm also involved in many aspects of the school. I'm a member of several clubs, a participant in York sports, a member of the York music program, and of York Shield as well. My background in the numerous pursuits of the student body and my long experience at York allow me to bring to the position of representative the perspective of a well-rounded student. I'm also hardworking and organized, and my background as president of Model United Nations Club has given me the skills necessary to propose solutions and to communicate effectively and easily with adults. As student representative, I would bring the necessary leadership skills for this position, as I will be attending a leadership camp this summer, as well as making a presentation to the UN Security Council later this April. As student representative to the Board of Trustees, I would continue to set the path set by my predecessors in connecting York to the board, but also make a few changes of my own. In addition to having board members visit classes, I would schedule lunchtime sessions so board members could directly interact with the student body. I would also organize meetings between board members and members of Executive Student Council to further strengthen the connection between the board and the school. Please vote Tuan for student representative to the Board of Trustees. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mary Joplin, and one of the reasons why I want to run for the student representative to the Board of Trustees is because I want you, as students, to get to know them. When Mr. Harmon gets up here and introduces a special friend of the school who sits on the board, how many of you actually know who they are? 1, 2. I want you to know what they do, what kind of impacts they make on our everyday lives. I want to bridge the gap that currently spans between us and them. But it's not just one way. I want the Board of Trustees to see everything that they've done for us and how grateful we are for that. If elected, I would like to show them our chaotic, homework-filled lives through more visits with students who have a variety of interests, plays, musical performances, sports, and slideshows. I'm involved in multiple activities here at York, including JSA, Model United Nations, and York Shield. I have plenty of experience with dealing with a variety of personalities, and I'm very comfortable speaking with adults. I think if given the chance, I can represent the school the way it should be. Please vote for me, Mary Joplin, for the Board of Trustees, because I'll be able to represent you.
When you think of the Board of Trustees, what comes to mind? Perhaps a bunch of prestigious businessmen in fancy business suits, smoking cigars and discussing the future of York School. Actually, York's Board of Trustees is one of the most dynamic groups of accomplished leaders in the Monterey Bay area. For example, there's a Nobel Prize winner, a candidate running for mayor of Carmel, and a CEO of United Way Monterey County. I want to bring these fascinating people to you and show off all your talents to them. I want to facilitate communications between individual students and trustees. As student representative to the Board of Trustees, I would start a new project called the Board Member Challenge. Basically, I would challenge each board member to attend at least one York class and one New York event by the end of the year, such as a soccer game, a choral concert, or the science fair. Also, I would bring a piece of York to them at each meeting. For example, a scene from Once Upon a Mattress, a student's painting from AP Studio Art, or a dance routine. I've already established several relationships with current trustees and have hosted board members this past year at York. I can converse easily with all of them, with respect and enthusiasm. I've been advised by several former representatives, including Haley Lane, Perry Choi, and Kayla Ishlawak, who have helped me brainstorm ideas to engage the Board of Trustees. I'm fully prepared to make representing you a priority. Being student representative involves a two-way relationship, and I will not only keep you informed, but also make the Board of Trustees proud to represent our school. I want to revitalize the position of student representative to the Board of Trustees. I'm Molly Musto, and I plan to represent and take the board out of Board of Trustees.
My name is Amy Ng, and I'm running unopposed for ASB president. I'm here to not persuade, but to reassure. I know that the idea of an unopposed president may make many of you hesitant and unsure, but I ask you to trust me. My experience lies in my last 2 years as the class president, as I worked with my student council to foster school spirit and to raise money. On a school-wide level, I socialize with not just one group, but people ranging from 8th grade to the seniors, from students to faculty. Passionate to lead and open to your opinion, I will strive to not only lead exec student council, but all student council and this entire student body through a successful year. I listen, I voice, and I act. Please vote me for ASB president. Thank you.
I'm Shirley Chen, and I'm running for treasurer. The only one running for treasurer. I have past experience with this position on the 9th grade student council. Also, I have mastered the technique of spending cheaply, which was passed down from generation to generation of my Chinese ancestors. And so you can count on me, too, with your money and to not lead the school into a financial crisis. I participate in many math activities and clubs, and my math skills are high enough so that I can accurately calculate and count money with my calculator. I'm also responsible, organized, and time efficient with my work. So I look forward to next year as your new student council treasurer.
Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Quentin Grounds and I'm running for the position of vice president. I've been here 3 years now, and in that time I've seen a lot of people come and go, a lot of leaders, a lot of presidents come and go and graduate and move forward. But through that entire time that they have been here, they have advocated 3 key values that really make York special: trust, love, and community. I want to continue these values and expand upon them. I want you, as the individual York students that you are, to be able to step forward to any member of the council and ask directly for what you want, what you need, or any problems that you are having. I want us to work together as a team to realize that we're in this together. There is no change that will be able to be made only by the students. There's no change that can be made only by the council. We have to work together. We are a team. And we will build, underneath me, we will build the relationships that are necessary to make us as cooperative as we possibly can. I look forward to the future and ask that you vote for me. There are only 3 things, though, that I can promise to you. Firstly, my absolute best. I'll advocate you in every way that I can. Secondly, a listening ear. I'll never be too busy to hear what you have to say. And thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, the fact that I will never give you up. I will never let you down.
Why vote for someone in a school election? Maybe you're friends with them. Maybe you played on a sports team with them, or you hung out with them once. Maybe it's because they're the most popular candidate, so you feel bad about straying off the path. But in the end, what everyone wants is an organized student government, one that can work well together, knows what they're doing, and can make students have a more enjoyable campus life. I aim to fulfill your requirements as an organized and effective candidate for the vice presidency. Both of my fellow candidates are qualified and organized people, both who I'm friends with. What separates me is my experience in this position and at York. I have served as my class vice president for the last 2 years, both serving with Amy Ng, and have been at York since 8th grade. I hope to bring everything I've learned with my ability to complete important tasks and keep student council organized, as well as my ability to support and even disagree with, if need be, our sole presidential candidate, Amy Ng. This next year, I hope to achieve an organized system of government that gives the student body a say. It's what we do that makes us who we are, and I hope to accomplish everything that Student Council creates. I hope that I fill the qualifications you hold for this position and can efficiently work with the rest of Student Council to serve you, the student body. Thank you.
Hello, as most of you know, my name is Natasha Mugeda. I'm a junior and I'm running for Executive Vice President. I have been here at York since 8th grade, and I've been on the Student Council since my 8th grade year as treasurer for the past 4 years. I can be counted upon to be responsible, reliable, and diligent with what needs to be done for Student Council. Being on Student Council for all the years I've been at York has also given me the opportunity to view the previous executive student councils, how they run, what worked and what didn't work for them. As your vice president, I would not only help to improve student life, but also make sure our president, Amy, does not do anything wild or crazy. As most of you probably know, the vice president does not have a very specific job description. However, I have a few main ideas and plans that I would like to see through. One is to make sure that you, as the student body, has a say in what goes on in student council decisions that we make. The second thing is, as I mentioned earlier, is about improving student life. I would like to bring back an old tradition of playing music in the quad during lunch through speakers. Hopefully, we can also dedicate some money into replacing the old couches that are on campus and make the student center into a more recreational place for students, equipped with games and maybe even a Wii, as Eli Block suggested earlier this year. Lastly, and what I believe is one of the most important factors, is the matter of ice cream. How many of you like ice cream? How many of you prefer free ice cream? So, in the past few years, I will make sure you get free, I've seen different student councils give free ice cream, but as your vice president, I will make sure you get more free ice cream. As your vice president, I will not only bring experience, but I will also bring change and improvements to student life. Thank you.
My name is Kendall Ronzano, and I'm running for tech officer. I've organized the top 4 reasons I'd make a good tech officer. Let's start with the nerd part. Well, that's a no-brainer. In the nearly 5 years I've been at York, I've learned to embrace my nerdiness to the point of needing to start an organization called Nerd Girl Homes. I've handled everything technically related to my website, TED Talk, building, fundraising, etc. And have leveraged technology to meet my goals. Next, the ability to listen to concerns and input. I can do this. I'm running for tech officer because I was asked to by students by various grades. And I'm honored that I've been asked. It's important once you're elected to office not to let the whole thing go to your head. Otherwise, you stop listening to the very people you represent. Collectively, this room is filled with ideas, and it's important that your officers listen to them. Problem solving and troubleshooting. There's nothing more that I love most than puzzles and challenges, and the technical ones are especially interesting to me. I can walk around campus all day ruminating on a coding challenge until I get it. The ability to interface with students and faculty. This is hugely important to me because we're all part of the same community. Often we have very opposite viewpoints. Take the recent Spoons game, for instance. I've made several adjustments to ensure the satisfaction of the whole community. So things to remember. I've been here since 8th grade, and I've gotten to watch the progress of the technology over the years. I've been helping to set up speakers since freshman year. I can troubleshoot the smart boards. I have new survey techniques. I've taken the highest level of programming offered at York. I've won 3 technology awards, and I'm aware of the concerns about the whole iPad for all when the Wi-Fi can't support all the computers on campus. But mostly, I can effectively carry your voice in researching new ideas and bringing them forward for approval. So I'm asking you for my vote. Thank you.
As they say in the world of Spider-Man, great power comes with great responsibility. That is no exception with the high position of the president, or even that of the vice president. You must be strong, iron-fisted, a true intellectual, I mean, you have to be a demigod. You know, Clash of the Titans kind of dude. I am none of these, aside from the demigod part. However, I do believe that I have what it takes to serve as your humble secretary. Contrary to popular belief, I do have the ability to take things seriously. Very seriously. This is the dealio. Due to my prior experience as the vice president of my middle school, I do have the ability to get things done on time and as promised. I get these things done because I am highly organized, methodical, and well-disciplined. Not to mention the nice handwriting. Also, I hear people out. Feel free to approach me about anything. I'll be your voice to the student council to make sure that they hear you out. If it's a personal issue, I recommend a psychiatrist. These are a few of many things that I believe I would bring to the student council if I'm elected as your executive secretary next year. Plus, it is a great way for me to contribute one last time to the school as a senior next year. I want to work with you guys and make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible. Now, I will leave you with this eloquent quote from our most revered actor and comedian, Charlie Sheen. I am here. I am ready. Bring it. Vote for Sam!
Hey, I'm running for secretary and I'm Alessandra. So, today you are faced with the single most decisive moment of your young lives. Who will become your executive student council secretary? It rests on your shoulders. So you have 3 choices before you. 2 of them are the wrong choices. So you are left with one choice. The best choice. Me. With my superior penmanship and note-taking skills, you'll just know you made the right decision by voting Alessandra for secretary. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Cho, and I'm running for Secretary of Executive Student Council. I'm secretary of the sophomore class here at York, and I'm also currently secretary at many different organizations outside of school, so I already have the necessary experience for this position. I'm very organized and responsible, have nice handwriting, take really good notes, and for those of you who didn't notice, I'm Asian. I want each and every one of you to know that I take my job seriously and do it to the best of my Asian ability. As I already have experience in the York student government, I know all the needs of the York community and student body. My goals for the coming year are to create and maintain an easy communication system between the student council and the whole school, to incorporate Facebook more to achieve this quick and easy communication, and to make student council meetings as effective and smooth as possible. I'm determined to work to my greatest potential to make this coming year the most successful for you all. So don't say no to Cho, and vote for me for secretary. Thank you.
Okay. As you all know, Christina and I are running for Executive Student Activities Coordinators next year.
Throughout our career at high school, we have worked seamlessly together throughout Mr. B presentations and making movies for Sensei. We also know that York has a lot of talent, and we want to show that talent off at talent shows. We have already spoke to Karen Chen, who agrees that combining Lit Mag and talent show would be a great idea to engage more participants and a bigger audience. You can look like this at talent show.
Yeah. Anyways, another topic that we want to address is making theme days more fun and lots of them. So instead of scattering a few here and there at the beginning of the year and the end of the year, we want to keep a strict schedule and have many throughout the whole entire year to have lots of fun.
We do not want to just push theme days on you because you realize it's not as fun when you just have this one there. So to solve this problem, we're going to have one theme week every quarter. At the end of the quarter, you'll not if your class has the most participants, you will not only get points at the end of the year, but you'll also get candy or ice cream, such as this. Look how happy the front row is with all this
The final issue that we want to talk about is the participation in the theme days. We know that all of you faculty and students have plenty of spirit. In order to create more ideas from the students, we're going to create a box in the office where students and faculty can submit ideas for activity days and other things that they want to incorporate next year.
I have been one of the activities coordinators for my junior and sophomore year. This means that we have plenty of experience for planning the back-to-school dance to be the best as possible.
So be sure to vote for Beccatina next year.
I'm Caitlin. And I'm Bria, and we're running for Student Body Activities Coordinators.
Every so often, two things come together to make one unexpected, epic creation.
Let's say you take a pretzel and dip it in some chocolate. It becomes a perfect combination of salty and sweet.
And crunchy and smooth.
Well, I'm your chocolate.
I'm your pretzel.
And we are that salty sweet combination of fun and organized.
Kind of like York, which is why we want to make sure we are incorporating your opinions and your feedback into what activities we are planning.
But we also want to add some of our own ideas based partially off of previous experiences.
Bria and I both attended fairly large high schools with lots of school spirit, and we want to bring that pride here.
We want to plan activities that appeal to the whole school, so everyone wants to get involved.
To do so, every time you participate in an activity or dress up for a spirit day, your name will be put into a raffle. And every quarter, we will draw a name, and that person will win a prize.
We have lots of fun ideas, like Freaky Friday, where you trade identities with someone else. Or Falcon Idol, which is like American Idol or Battle of the Bands, but for Yorkies.
We also want to do a school-wide service project.
And as far as competitions go, we want to amp up the school spirit.
That's why our first competition will be to create newer, cooler spirit wear.
We also want to bring back the talent show because we know it's something people have missed.
Overall, we want to make sure we're planning activities that appeal to you guys, which is part of the reason why we make such good activities coordinators.
And we make a great team. You guys probably never seen one of us without the other.
To sum it up, we are fun, creative, and organized.
So not only will we plan great activities, but we'll follow through with them.
Vote Caitlin and Bria for your student activities coordinators.
If you're ready to have a great time.